There is nothing wrong with your television. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are now controlling the transmission. We control the horizontal and the vertical. We can deluge you with 1,000 channels or expand one single image to crystal clarity and beyond.
The ghost of Christmas past.
Global terrorism, global terrorism, global terrorism, global terrorism, global terrorism, global terrorism, 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 terrorism. The evil terrorists, 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 terrorists.
You ain't original. You were programmed to be you.
I am the ghost of Christmas present.
But now we turn to racial tensions in America, and one man who seems uniquely poised to take the issues head on.
Do you think Donald Trump is racist?
I do. Racist things. Racism Richter scale. Racism called racist than being racist. No. Racist. Don't call me racist. Racist.
You never heard anything about Donald Trump being racist until he ran for president and won.
Now, to balance the scale, I'd like to talk about some things that bring us together. Things that point out our similarities instead of our differences. Because that's all you ever hear about in this country is our differences. That's all the media and the politicians are ever talking about, the things that separate us, things that make us different from one another. That's the way the ruling class operates in any society.
You're free, and freedom is beautiful. And, you know, it'll take time to restore chaos and order, but we're order out of chaos, but we will.
They try to divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing, happens to work. You know, anything different, that's what they're going to talk about. Race, religion, ethnic and national background, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything you can do, keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank.
Oh man, hate.
You cited freedom of speech in that. Why should your right to freedom of speech trump a trans person's right not to be offended?
Because in order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. You know, like you're certainly willing to risk offending me in the pursuit of truth. Why should you have the right to do that? It's been rather uncomfortable.
Well, I'm very glad I put you on the spot.
Well,
I'm very glad that I have exercised my freedom of speech.
You get my point. It's like you're doing what you should do, which is digging a bit to see what the hell's going on. So and that is what you should do. But you're exercising your freedom of speech to certainly risk offending me. And that's fine. I think more power to you as far as I'm concerned.
So you haven't sat there and... I'm just trying to work that out. I mean...
Ha, gotcha.
You have got me.
Nigga. I'm 100% nigga.
Why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? The shitholes.
Shithole.
Shithole. Up is down, black is white, and you probably come from a shithole.
A shitholer and shitholers. A shithole country. People from shithole countries.
Shithole.
A shithole.
The shithole people. I don't exist in a world where I only listen to the people I agree with, because then how will I ever know how to dismantle or think about your argument in a different way?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop your fucking lying.
Where do you get your news from? That's
Cameron
what I want
Haynes,
to know. Where do
is
you get
this
your news
everything you
from?
hope
Tell
for?
me, tell me where you get your news from. Name the station where you get your news
This is what you hope
from.
for. You know what I learned?
Come on,
What?
exactly. You're not going to say
The oil
shit.
book is $2.
You're not going to say nothing. No, where do you get your
The oil book is $2.
Washington
Post, My book
New
is
York
$300.
Times, CNN, MSNBC. Oh my God, that's all the bullshit. Okay. Washington Post. CNN. You said CNN.
I'll
You get
watch
your news
it,
from CNN.
and I'll watch MSNBC.
You get your news from CNN. You said CNN.
Our minds are divided between an elephant and a rider. And while we often think of the rider as the one in control of the elephant, we often forget that the rider is only the guide. We usually call our rider consciousness and our elephant unconsciousness. And it's the divide between them that makes us think we are right when we are actually wrong. And guess what? It doesn't matter how smart you are or if you're liberal or conservative. You are first and foremost human. This means that you are also biased toward yourself, your beliefs, and your values. Bias is simply when we think in a way that leads us to be wrong. It's unavoidable and hard to recognize. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of different types of bias. But one of the most familiar to us is called confirmation bias. This is when, for example, you see some politician on TV denying that the climate is changing and only legitimizes the facts that support her or his point of view. But why does this happen, and why is it in our nature to see the evidence on only our side of the table?
What are you, fucking stupid?
Tell us how that philosophy is in any way comparable.
Sure, that's no problem. It's identity politics. It doesn't matter who you are as an individual, it matters who you are in terms of your group identity.
You're just saying things, though, to provoke, aren't you? I mean, you are a provocateur.
I never say
You're like
anything.
the alt-right that you hate to be compared to. You want to stir things up.
I'm only a provocateur insofar as when I say what I believe to be true, it's provocative. I don't provoke. Maybe for humor,
You don't set out to
now
provoke.
and then. I'm not interested in provoking.
But what about the thing about, you know, fighting and the lobster? Tell us about the lobster.
Well, that's quite a segue.
Where did... Who are you? Are you the ghost of Christmas future?